Hi everyone, welcome to Indigo Soul Starseed, Facebook and YouTube, where I am bringing light to all of those who reach out. This is my intention for this webpage, as you guys all know, and it's just to bring light workers together so we can start connecting. As Spirit has said, so much this year is all about authenticity and also collaboration of the light workers. So as you all know me as your host, my name is Emily, and I would like to introduce the lovely Julie Severn. Am I pronouncing that right?
It's Severn, like the river.
Severn. Oh, that's beautiful. And where are you, my lovely, in the world?
I'm in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada.
Oh, wow. So all the way in Canada, guys. So we're literally going UK to Canada, like right now. This is very spur of the moment. We was actually kind of booked in to go tomorrow. But it just didn't work out for some reason, time differences and all of this. So Julie was like, well, we could do it now. I've kind of got all day, right? Till this afternoon. And, it's like, wow, spur of the moment. Let's go. Yeah, so my lovely, your camera slipped down again. If I could just explain to the audience, Julie's on her iPad, even though it's quite a big one. So if the camera slips down a little bit, just...
Is that better?
A little bit better, lovely, yeah. The name is just, there you go. I mean, I could take off your name and then we'd see like the whole face, if you know what I mean. Maybe now people know what your name is. Maybe if I do that, I'm going to just take off your name for now, and then I'll put it back on towards the end, my lovely, so people can, if they need you or whatever. So welcome.
Thank you.
So, wow. I mean, where do we begin? My first question with all interviewees and light workers always seems to be, what was your, as Metatron famously calls it, what was your clarion call moment? The moment when you was like, right, that is it. I'm on my path and I'm here and no one's shaking me off this. Has it been a long-term thing for you, Julie, lifelong, or is it something you've come into recently? Please tell us a bit about that.
When I was a little girl, I had full vision and I saw everything, and it was very difficult for me because I didn't understand it. Mm-hmm. And when I would tell my mother things about it, she would say, don't do that. That's scary. Mm-hmm. And so I shut it down by the time I was about 12. Mm-hmm. And I used to, I joke around now because when I was a little girl, I was such a strange little girl. I got beaten up a lot in school.
Oh.
So I joke around now about how I used to get beaten up for being the way I am, and now I get paid for it.
That's brilliant.
Well, it's quite true.
I love you already, Julie. Oh, that was great. Brilliant.
So by the time I was about 12, I think the pivotal turn for me to turn it off a little bit was when my grandfather passed away. Oh. And I was so upset about it that I just wanted to be human. I wanted to be just normal. So I just shut everything down. And then what I did was, as I got older, I opened it back up again. And I used to be in a linear job. I was the treasurer of a government office.
Wow.
So I dumped the whole thing to do readings.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing them for quite a long time now.
Beautiful. How many years, if you don't mind me asking?
Since I've been doing readings?
Yeah.
22.
Oh my gosh, guys, 22 years experience in her craft. Wow. Can I just say, you are the longest standing interviewee that's been on the show. With another lady had been doing astrology for like 10 years, 22 years. My gosh, I've only been on my path 2.5 years. So this is going for me, wow.
I've probably forgotten more than I know, because I've learned so much over the years, and there's a lot of stuff that just kind of goes out the window, right? But yeah. I continue. I've got a following of people I give readings to, and I'm on live feeds now on Facebook, so I'm doing that now and doing readings all over the place. I'm having a lot of fun. I've written some books.
Cool.
One book is called Linear to Zigzag, Healing the Planet Human, and that's on Amazon. You can buy it. And then I've got another book called What Child Is This?, written about Jesus and his wife and children. And I am, it's finished and it's in editing right now, and I'm on the second one of that. I've also written a fairy tale for children, so I've been a busy girl.
That's so sweet, and it's really, actually, it's really pivotal, because I'm actually writing my first book, and again, you meet people, audience, you meet people in your life that's going to reflect parts of who you are. You know, that's so beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, Julie, if can I ask you to tell the audience what your pages are, if you have pages that, like you say, where we can connect to you and things of this nature?
I'm on Crystal Clear Readings on Facebook, and that's where I do a lot of work, and I do live feeds on there. I've also been on I'm on Light Workers of the World.
Yes.
And basically the best way to get in touch with me is through Messenger on Facebook, or through my email, which is Severn, SEVERN 2000@gmail.com.
There you go, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I'm aware there's no one actually with us now. However, people will watch this back, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. So it will be put out there, my love. So that's great, guys. So you've heard that now. Just trying to get rid of that. There you go. Yeah. So, I mean, where else can we go? So you're saying, so you've wrote the books. So your readings, I mean, how did you come into doing that? Because that's also what I'm learning, and you know, that's also one of the things I love to do. I do that daily card readings, and I mean, I don't do it as like a paid service kind of thing, because I'm just literally practicing every single day, you know, enhancing my gift, working with my gift, and practicing with my gift.
That's a really valuable thing to do, practicing. And meditation. When you are trying to open yourself, meditation is a really big one, because learning how to quiet your mind so that you can learn how to listen. Because what happens is, once you start learning how to do that, then comes the ability to get your answers immediately. But it takes a long time to get there. You have to work through the meditation to actually train yourself to learn it. Yes,
I agree, sweet. I mean, meditation is, for me, it's the key, and it's the only sort of way forward. You know, it's paramount. It's paramount, and it's a daily practice as well. I feel there is things we have to do on a daily saga, though. If we're on this path, like, you know, just working with our energy bodies and our chakras and all kinds of different things, affirmations and our mindset. There's so much, isn't there, Julie? You find being on this path, and there's just so much involved in the practices, and also discipline, wisdom, and discernment I find is so necessary as well. Because, you know, that it isn't all love and light, guys. You know, it isn't all love and light, just like Earth. It isn't all love and light. I mean, there's a lot of good out there, but there's everything in this lovely world, isn't there, Julie? And there's everything in the spirit world as well, you know?
It is, yeah.
Beautiful. So, my lovely, when you say you was younger, was it because you got scared that you stopped using your gifts, like a lot of children and a lot of light workers tend to, actually, young age?
I think my mother scared me a bit. Yep, she did. I think my mother scared me a little bit, but it wasn't her intention. She wasn't trying to. She was just not understanding what I was doing. And when I went back to meditation, when I was in my late 30s, it was really fun. That's when I started lighting it back up again. And when I was into meditation, all it did was take me right back to where I was when I was a kid, when I used to go flying and when I used to do the things that I did.
Yes.
And so I could see all kinds of things. I could read energy on people. It was just really interesting as a child, but it was also scary, you know, because when your mom doesn't understand it and can't encourage you to do it, it's more difficult, because you don't understand that this is something that is not a positive thing in your mind. Once she says, you know, this isn't, you don't do this, don't do it. So I quit, because I thought, you know what? I don't understand what I'm doing yet. And it was better for me to just shut her down. And so I did. And having done that, I don't regret it because I got married, I had children, I had a good school, good life in school after I decided not to be so open. And I graduated. I had a lot of friends. I still have a lot of friends, more than I can possibly even handle sometimes. But it's when you shut things down and you make a contract with yourself to open it back up again,
yes,
it just does. And so there's a lot of people who will come to me for readings, and they'll say that their children are so open and they're so this and they're so that, but they're so sensitive. So some of this stuff can scare a small child.
Yes.
So I tell the parents, your child has the power to turn it off until they're ready. So tell them to do it if they're so inclined. If something scares you, you want to make sure that you're doing something in a positive way. You don't want to be frightened of it.
And it's funny because I turned 29 in literally a couple of weeks, and I've only just learned after all these years that you can do that, audience, especially with your gifts like empathy and this kind of stuff, clairvoyance and so forth. Oh my gosh, Julie, I can tell you now, I was walking through the centre of London, and the people, because my empathy was fully tuned in and it wasn't switched off, the energy around me was so overwhelming. I was physically sick. I couldn't cope with it. I was physically sick. And this happened to me many, many times, being in big spaces and lots of people and things like that. But you can literally, for me, I just say, higher self, please, switch off the empathy kind of thing. Can we calm it down until I'm back home in a safe place kind of thing, And it really works. It really does work.
Well, if you've got somebody who's new at doing this, another thing that you can do is you can program a rock, a crystal, or a lapis lazuli or a sodalite or a hematite, and those are grounding stones. And what they will do is you program them to do what they need to do. Put them in your pocket until you're ready to handle the energy better. Yes. I had a rock. I still have a rock in my purse, I think. I kind of give a lot of rocks away. I collect crystals and I give a lot away. Because to me, it's more important for someone to understand what they're doing and how to receive it, understand how to use it, whatever, So,
I agree.
The more you can ground yourself. And I used to hate going in airports when I first started opening back up again, because I couldn't take it. So many people were scared of everything. And so, I find that, using a crystal to program, using anything that you can. Through me, not in me is also a good one. If you're an empath and you can feel too much, through me, not in me should become your mantra, because that will protect you from all kinds of things.
I like that. What is that? Through me, not in me. I like that.
Beautiful. Through me, not in me. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, Julie, I'll just show you. This is only a few of them, but guys, I absolutely love crystals. I don't know if you can see some of them here.
Nice.
I keep them on the wood because, it keeps them healthy and they like it. But yeah, I've got so many, like you, I use them in my everyday rituals because they're so helpful, truly, truly helpful. And I would advise anyone to work with crystals. They're so, like you say, you can have them for grounding, you can have them to open you up. There's all kinds of crystals, guys. There's all kinds.
Well, there's a lot of, you can actually take crystals and put someone on a table and do a crystal layout with them. And it's just amazing what it does. The energy is so big. You can't leave them on the table for more than 15 minutes because the energy is so big. It actually rewrites them. It's quite amazing. Yeah.
Wow. There's this, I've actually seen the other planets, like, for example, the Atlanteans, other civilizations, they used crystals literally to power like their spacecrafts, and all their whole city basically was powered with crystals, the power of crystal. And that's, whoa, just blows my mind, they're immense.
They're going to start doing that. It'll start happening here too. If you they use crystals in radios and communications, so there's going to be crystals will be used. You watch and see, for space travel, all kinds of things. Yeah.
They're in mobiles as well, weren't they, if I remember correctly?
Oh, yeah. Gold and silver too.
Yeah. Wow. Blimey. Yeah, it's, when you think about it, though, like all the other civilizations and all the other planets out there, and you think the technology and, wow, the evolutionary, races, and it's just incredible, isn't it? But there's such a variety with Creator. You know, that's what I love. There's such a variety. My lovely, can I just say your camera slipped right down again?
Oh,
bless you. You can only see like your forehead at the moment.
Where's best? There?
No, my darling. If you can you move the actual iPad a little bit? Can you try and tilt it a bit? I'm not sure which way. You'll have to experiment a bit. No, sweet. If you can, I don't know if you can try and come. Yeah, that was down a little bit. If you can come down. No, that's up. The other way, my darling. That's it. And then if you a little bit more. Now you're in the shot, but I don't know.
Good.
Are you comfortable like that though?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I can see is my neck, but that's okay.
No, we can see your face this side.
As long as you've got me, that's good.
Oh, bless you. Oh, okay, my lovely. So yeah, wow. So where do we go from here? I mean, can I ask what else? Like you were saying, you do the cards and you do you've wrote.
I don't do cards. I don't do cards.
You don't do them anymore, or you don't do them. Oh, I see. So yeah.
I just read energy. So when I'm talking to someone, I'm clairvoyant, clairsentient, to clairaudient. So I see, feel, and hear. I can feel their energy. I can see their stuff. I can see angels. I can see demons. I can see everything. Yeah.
Tell me about it. Yeah. It's funny you say that, actually, because I was actually talking about this to someone earlier. You know, a lot of people seem to think that it is, like I was saying, it's all like pretty and light and angels and, you know, it's all fluffy. But I've learned otherwise. And I've learned the hard way as well, you know. I don't know, Judy, if you've ever experienced an attachment, like an entity attachment, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Yes, I have.
So you know exactly what I'm on about. And also portals opening up in the home and things of that nature. You know, oh, wow. Yeah, there is some intense stuff out there, guys. I'd advise you all, like, if you're not familiar with any of this kind of, you know, if you don't work with your guides, if you're not familiar with any kind of safety protocols, I wouldn't advise that you go around and you know, try and clear and things of that nature. It can truly be dangerous. So it's, you know, I know we laugh about it, but it's affected me, guys. It really has. It wasn't a nice experience.
The big thing about this kind of stuff is to have no fear.
Yes.
No fear at all, because if you have fear, you lose. So the biggest, I have no fear with anything that I do, and I have met some very interesting creatures.
Really?
Yes, I have. In travels, I have met dragons and unicorns and phoenixes and all kinds of wonderful things. I've met a few not so nices too, but all I've done is love them, and they just go away, because the dark likes the light too. It's looking for it, but we can't be afraid of it. We cannot.
I agree. In the book that I've been reading, Soul Psychology is Esoteric Warfare. It's really, really good. It says in there the same what you just said, Judy. You cannot hold fear. When you stand and say, like, you know, you're doing a clearing prayer or something of that nature, not to hold fear and not to. The book said, like, not to, like, literally send in love, but to, in a way, just to love it away, kind of thing. You know.
Exactly.
So embrace it, because at the end of the day, like, everything starts as light, doesn't it? You know, and see, this is my feelings on that, Julie. I truly feel and sense that every living being deserves a second chance, you know, and I feel if Creator's got that much love and that much patience with every being, why shouldn't we all kind of be the same? Why couldn't we all be the same? Do you know what I mean? Underneath every experience is light. This is what I'm trying to say. Every being is light within, and regardless of their outside, they all come from God. They all come from love. Yeah. And they'll return to love at the end of it. They'll return to love. So, yeah, that's wonderful, my lovely. So do you do clearings and things? Have you done that in the past? And would you mind talking about, because I mean, I work with the dragons and unicorns and fairies and stuff, you know, I work with them realms as well. But I don't know, would you mind giving some examples of things that you've experienced?
Okay, well, mostly it's I do a lot of work in the group that I'm working with, and we're doing global healing. So we do a lot of that stuff, and we do remote viewing, and we travel all over the place. So it's really fun.
Beautiful.
But we've met some aliens, and we've met some things that haven't been such friendlies, and all we've done is love them, and they just leave, or they transmute back into love, because that's what everything is basically of love and light.
Yeah.
The only thing that happens is when fear moves in, or upset or anything like that, the darkness can have a... Now, one thing I didn't tell you, and I probably should tell you, is 14 years ago, I had a car accident. I was hit head on by a semi-trailer truck. So that would be a 30-wheeler hit me. And I died about 9 times. And I spent 3 months in the hospital. I had a trach here. I had between 60 and 70 shattered bones, not just broken. It was interesting because as I was flying down the road with my car before I got hit, there was a great winged demon flying right behind my car. And it was the darker part of me trying to take over. And when I had the car accident, God told me that the accident happened so that I could live and not have the darkness. The darkness was gone. That was it. It was gone.
Wow.
So that I had to die to live, you see?
Literally.
So, yeah, literally.
My gosh. Yeah. Talk about rebirth.
Yeah, major.
Seriously. Wow. That was Jesus style, and Jesus had to go away to come back, you know?
That's right.
Blimey.
Do the same thing.
Yeah, gosh, bless your heart, Judy. How on earth did you get through all that? That must have been very painful.
Yes, it was. And I live to this day with a little bit of pain in places, but I do pretty well, you know?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, bless your heart.
And also, I think my spirituality is what saved me. I don't think that, and my physical, because I ate really well, and I took a lot of good herbs, and I did a lot of good things for myself, and they figured that that's also what saved me, because the odds of my survival were 0 and I beat them.
Of course. I tell people all the time, diet is just one of the number one things in this world that, you know, with a good diet, you're going to have a good life. You're going to have you're going to have longevity and hopefully joy, you know. Food from the earth contains light codes and light. So when you're eating organic food, you're literally bringing in light into your physical vessel. And if this is your temple, the soul resides in the heart, then we need to bring light in, right? We have to, as much light as we can, guys.
Absolutely. It's very important.
Yes, including water as well and things of that nature, you know, regular exercise, meditation, even mindset, Julie, I find even awareness and positive mind, all of this stuff is vital, just truly is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're a co-creator, and if you don't have a hold of your mind and what you're thinking and what you're saying, you're literally going to create a version of hell for yourself, aren't you? And it's not, you know, you got to be careful.
The only hell is what's on here. What we create for ourselves is what's here.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really a hell or a heaven physically. It's what we create here on this planet. And when we do that, when we look at what is our mindset? Are we healthy in our mind? Are we healthy in our heart? Are we using our heart as our guide rather than our brain?
Yeah.
The brain is also a troublemaker. It's a big troublemaker.
Yeah, and as well, are our intentions pure? You know, that's something that's big to me, because pure intention means so much. Is your heart honest? Are you honest? Is your soul honest? Just things of that nature, you know, just being with good morals, really, just living with good morals, I feel, Julian, and helping others as much as you can, you know. Yeah, this guy, actually, one of my friends yesterday, I watched one of his shows, and he said, like, you know, the cross that Jesus was put on. And what it was saying was it goes up like that and Jesus's arms go out like that. But if you was to point the arms inward, Jesus was directing at the moment of his death us to, quote, if you want to say heaven, not the literal heaven, but to God with him. The kingdom of heaven is within. That's what Jesus once said. The kingdom of heaven is within. And on the cross, just visualize the arms like that, point up and round like that, longitude thingy, whatever the words are, and it's there. Your heart is the chamber, and your heart is the entrance, the Stargate, my friend says, to many, many dimensions. You can travel so many places from your heart. You know, your heart is sacred. So, my lovely, you're saying about this group that you're in, and I mean, you're in it, or you run it, or you're a part of it.
We're all together in it. There's not really anybody running anything.
That's even better. I like that.
What we're doing is we're just working. We go into meditation as a group, and we're from all over the place.
Yes.
And we do it over the telephone, and what we're doing is we're working on healing the planet. And so it's our goal to heal things. So what we've been doing is we've been doing a lot of activations and a lot of different things. It's so big I couldn't even give you enough time to explain it, but we've been doing it for probably getting on to 2 years now, and it's making a difference. It's making a really big difference.
Oh wow.
We are noticing, and we are seeing affirmations of healing and affirmations of things changing. So to me, that's awesome.
Yeah. Again, Jesus said, there will be those who come who do greater things than even I. And not that I think the things we're doing are greater, Julie, but what you're doing is literally just, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. And it's amazing.
Well, we work directly with Jesus as well. But, you know, the thing is, I wrote a book called Linear to Zigzag, Healing the Planet Human. So if I don't do it, there's something wrong, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
I've got to get it going. And so we've been doing it, and it's just wonderful. We're doing a lot of wonderful work, and it's really changing things.
That's another thing I often talk about with the viewers that come on, and, you know, my friends and stuff is, look, we as light workers, it's not just about our shows or our Facebook or this or that. You know, it is doing literal light work as well on a physical and spiritual.
That's right.
So I'm often taken above earth by archangels or different, whoever I'm working with on that day. It depends who I've chosen and who comes to me on that day. And we're taken above earth. And we literally send light down to earth, a circle of us above earth. And I often see myself like that. And it's very beautiful experience, but it's also very like, whoa, because I go out of body, you know, and it's all a bit, whoa. So I tend to, when I come around, I drink a lot of water and I ground and da-da-da. But yes, so that physical light work that you're talking about, Julie, it's so important. And I pray and hope that more and more beings will start taking up on that and doing that as well.
No, it is happening. It's happening. Things are changing
on this planet. I've seen it as well myself. It drastically, actually, and it's like quite quick as well. It's happening quite fast. It really is. Yeah.
Another thing I do is I teach people how to use affirmations, because that changes energy.
Hey.
And so I always give any of my clients, I post it right on Facebook. Affirmations, guys, do them, because they make it. And one of the things I put in the affirmations, and this one is really, really important, especially with the planet changing the way it is.
Yes.
I am healthy, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And as I walk, I heal the earth with my light. So as I walk, I'm healing the earth with my light. I intentionally am doing that. And that is a really big one.
Yes, and again, that's something that I do, connect to source, bring the light down from source through me, and then into not the old 3D earth, but into the new 5D earth structure, as Metatron has asked us to do, because so many, Julie, are still sending it into the old earth, into the 3D earth, which, guys, unfortunately, you know, that part is not really coming with us. But if we are building a whole new 5D earth, literally, you know, so it's so important that we keep doing this kind of work. It really is. Wow.
The other thing too is grounding up now, not grounding down, because when you're grounding up, okay. So
what do you mean?
Okay, so you know when people are grounding, they put their golden grounding cord into the earth?
Yes.
Okay, so don't put your golden grounding cord into the earth, up into the cosmos. You'll
Ah,
receive a lot more, and the cosmos sends down the healing through you as well.
yes, yes, that's what I often do. Like I was just saying, like, connecting to source and also connecting to earth. Like I I see the light go all the way through and down, from the top. It's beautiful. But gosh, Julie, wow. So can I ask, have you had any experiences with archangels or with the ascended masters or any of these kind of beings?
Oh, yes.
When did you start working with the archangels and the ascended masters and so forth?
I've been working with them for a long time. I
Really?
work with them. I call them in for healing work. Anything I'm doing, I call them in for anything that I'm working with anybody, because it's so effective. It really does work.
Yes.
And also, when I do healing work on people, I can do distance healing. I can do all kinds of different things. And what I do is I use them to also come to you to help you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I work with them on a daily basis. I don't think I could do this path without them. They help me so much. They help the world so much. I'm not special, guys. Like, we all have guardian angels, we all have guides, we all have ancestors, even, the spirit of your ancestors. They're all guiding you. They're all helping you.
They are.
So, wow. So, do you have any particular kind of archangel that you really, really get on well with, or?
Metatron?
Metatron, yes. Metatron is actually my best friend.
Michael. I also use Archangel Michael for a lot because he is really powerful. And he's a lovely blue. So what's happening is the energy that's coming onto the planet now is blue. And very blue. So I'm even noticing that meditation is changing when you're meditating. Sometimes you go through the violet swirl. Okay, that's changed.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Sorry.
Okay, so when you meditate and you get through your third eye.
Oh, no, I've not experienced that.
You haven't? Okay, no. Well, when you're meditating and you go really deep into it, you get a swirl, like a swirling light. Okay? A lot of the times it's violet.
Okay.
But it's changing to blue now because the energy on the planet is changing. So the blue energy is becoming quite huge. And almost like a blue light, whatever that was, is that your pen? What is that?
This is a lighter for the candles. Whoa.
Okay, that's kind of the color blue that I'm talking about.
There you go, guys. So this color, beautiful. Wow, like a baby blue.
Yeah, things are changing big time.
I wonder if that's linked to the Blu-rays or the Syrians or anything.
It is linked to the Blu-ray, and it's linked to the new energy coming on the planet. Everybody's going to be, it's going to shift everything, and it's also going to be shifting the physicality of humankind. So there's a lot of stuff going to be changing over the next little while. Speaking of shifting, I can actually see all around you, like something's going on around you, my lovely. I'm not sure what's going on, but energetically, all around you, like it was all sort of flashing then just a minute ago. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's random. It was all sort of, woo, wow. That happened to me the other day as well. That was bizarre. I keep seeing like all these. It's really weird, Julie. All of a sudden, it's like time doesn't exist. Literal time doesn't exist. And I feel like I've changed, if that makes sense. When you grow slightly, you grow a little bit, and you look back, and then you're like, whoa, is that really, who I was and who I've become, kind of thing. I find it really, really, really beautiful growing in light. I think what is better than being of service to others, to Creator, and to light? Is there anything on this earth that can actually compete or compare with that, rather? Absolutely.
No.
I agree with you. To me, this is my heart and soul. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I've been married for 42 years this year. I am I have 2 daughters and 7 granddaughters.
Whoa!
A lot of Wiccan energy in my house. Let me just tell you that. I feel very strongly there's nothing more important. My spirit is all about doing this work, and it just is. It always has been. And to me, it means, I can't even explain to people how much it means to me compared to what the rest of the world means to me, like the human stuff. This stuff is foremost in my heart.
Yes, I agree. I'm actually an indigo crystal rainbow soul. So I carry them frequencies within my aura. And to me, being an indigo, predominantly divine service and divine wisdom is paramount, is my nectar, is my life's nectar. And there is nothing more. I can't even put it into words. God's love is so magnificent. I can't even put it into human words. It's not fathomable, Julie. I just,
it's immeasurable.
Thank you. Beautiful. Immeasurable. I like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I've said before, there's nothing like being touched in the heart by God's love. There's just nothing like it.
No, there sure isn't. You're right there.
So, my lovely. Wow. I mean, we've got about another 15 minutes roughly left of the programs. It's about just under an hour or so. I think it lasts about an hour. So, I mean, what would you like to do for the last bit of time? Is there anything else you'd like to talk about, or I mean, is there something you'd like to sort of finish with, or what would you like to?
I think the biggest thing is more like helping people to learn how to open to their spirit and how to open to it in a positive way. The big part of working with spirituality and going into meditation is making sure you do it in a safe way. When you do meditate, I have a big invocation that I do myself. It's a big long one, and I do share it with people if they want to use it. And I even share all my affirmations. If anybody wants them, they can have them. And I even say, if you don't like the way they're written, then change them to fit you, to make them to be what you'd like them to be.
Are you open to saying it now, or is it a bit long, or is it
the affirmations or the invocation?
Either one, just an example of your work. So
an invocation for me would be God, Goddess, source of all that is. Well, I am my God self. All of a sudden, just go blank. Oh, isn't that funny?
Okay.
God self flows through me, around me, guides me, protects me, heals me, grounds me, uplifts me, prepares me to be of greater service to myself and to all of humankind. All that is of love and light enters now. All else is removed with love and returned to the Creator to be transmuted back into light. All cells voided in me are filled with light. I am the light and I am the way. I am the love of God, the will of God, and a daily source of God. And so it is.
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. That moved me to tears. I'm serious. They're not falling out yet, but I've got it here in my heart, like I'm choking. Seriously, I actually saw it again, you morphing as you were saying that, like not a light coming down on you, but just around here. If you watch it back, you'll probably see it as well. See it yourself, how it changed around you as you were saying that,
Nice.
And I've actually felt like the calmness of it. That was a beautiful, beautiful invocation. Wow. I think I'll have to use that myself, Julie, if that's all right.
You know what? If you like, I'll send it to you, and I'll send you the affirmations because they really do work. Okay, so after my car accident, I went into post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh.
Well, most people do, right? And mine was called a catastrophic. So it didn't hit me for 2 years, but when it hit me, I went into anxiety attacks, and anxiety attacks are very common right now. So one of the things that I would like to talk about is how I help people to heal from that, because anxiety attacks are very strong and very frightening. And until you understand them, they take you over.
Yes.
So I did the whole thing drug-free and healed myself through cellular memory in my body. Because every single thing that happens to you in your body, you have cellular memory. So you may not consciously know that it happened, But I went to this doctor, and what he did was he hooked me up to these monitors. He put one on my finger for I think that was for heartbeat, and then he put a blood pressure monitor on me, and then a muscle tester machine thing on my forehead. Yeah. And he said, "What do you remember of your car accident?" And I said, "I don't remember anything." Oh. And when I said that, my blood pressure went from 120/60 to 187/109. My heartbeat went from I think it was around 65 up to 112. Wow. And the muscle tension in my body went from normal 7 to 29. Just him saying that to me. So what happened, what I did was I learned my body has cellular memory, but I have control over that cellular memory. And there is no doggone way that cellular memory is going to control me. So what I did was I changed my affirmations to the point where I would say things like, all cellular memory of my post-traumatic stress, anxiety issues are removed from my spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional bodies, and I am healed now. Well, it took about 6 months after that, and I haven't had an anxiety attack in, it'll be 15 years this year in November, so probably I would say for 12 years I haven't had an anxiety attack.
That is absolutely incredible. Everyone in the audience who's going to watch this later, you've just heard that this lady, what she went through was so traumatic and, extortionate. And you can only imagine the pain and things of that nature. Wow. You know what, Julie? You've blown my mind. You're such an incredible soul. You really are. And what an experience. Like, what a way an example to live by, just wow. I mean, to literally die, to be reborn in every way. It was just, what a journey. My lovely.
Oh, it's been a journey, I'll tell you.
If it's okay with you, and when you send me the affirmations, I'll share them with everyone else as well. So
I would love that. I also have food blessing, because to me, everything that we eat, we don't know what people, if we go to a restaurant, we don't know the energy of the person who's making the food. If we come out of there with an upset stomach, we now know that we've eaten something that somebody was in a bad mood when they made it, right?
Yes.
Everything is all about energy, and it's all about energy. So so what I do is I also teach people to program themselves to heal their food that they're eating. And for children, I just get them to put their hands over their food and say, "Tee hee hee, this is good for me." It's the intent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And so for us, I teach that. I teach how to program crystals. I do body work. I do distance healing. I see, feel, and hear, so I can tell you past, present, and future. I can tell you how many lives you've had. I access the Akashic records. I can tell you what you've been in your past lives.
Beautiful.
So I know for you, you've been a witch. I know that.
Hey, I still am one, my lovely.
I know, love. Me too. Yeah. And you have also been a prophet. You were a prophet, but it wasn't with the Christians. It was with a Mohammedan. So you actually have been an Islam prophet before, which is pretty cool. You've done some work in that kind of stuff. It's neat.
You mean female or male?
You have been a male Islamic prophet, where you actually told people how you actually had so many people following you. You've done a lot of things. It's pretty interesting stuff.
I'm aware that I've had a lot of lives in space. I'm definitely not an earthling, that's for sure.
Same here. Yeah. I've only had 47 human lives. The rest of them I've been up there.
Amen. So nice to hear it, sister. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Everyone you meet has a little bit of the puzzle for you guys. This is the beauty of doing these shows and other things. The energy exchange and everything that you can just help each other to grow. It's just beautiful. It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Julie, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I want to send you all my love.
I'm sending you love too, dear.
And please continue to do what you and your wonderful team are doing for this earth. We truly are grateful. Our gratitude is wide as the ocean, and that's on behalf of Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all of the beings therein. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you to the audience as well, for whomever will watch this later. We hope you've enjoyed sharing time with us. And once again, we'll just quickly flash up the name. This is Julie Severn and Emily Hawkins reporting live from Indigo Soul Starseed broadcast. Mwah. Lots of love, everyone. Blessed be. Bye, Julie.
Bye.
Thank you.